Hello friends, Brian coming at you from Southeast Missouri, starting a new project today, something I've been wanting to make. I was going to buy I was looking for a small 4-foot brush cutter because I want to make a side loader mount version for an offset cutter that cuts parallel to the ground or vertical, like for sides of fields. And this whole time I didn't realize it, but I forgot I had this old Swisher 44-inch rugged cut, which is basically a brush cutter and pull type right now. So what I was going to do today was try to dig into it and see if there's any good options for converting this to a hydraulic motor and making a front-mounted offset brush cutter out of it. So I'll take you along as this goes. What I have here is a Briggs & Stratton IC 12.5 vertical shaft mower or motor mounted on this brush cutter that I'm gonna sell the motor. I just wanted you to see it running. See if everything works here. That's full throttle, that's choking. It is a pull start. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this by taking some of these covers off to see where things are. How this thing is driven by the motor, because it's got this lever thing that we use to engage the motor, so I'm not really sure how it works and whether it'll lend itself to a hydraulic motor. Oh wow. Well, that's fancy. Show you what we got. Looks like we got us a big old pulley and then a tensioner. All right, here we are. Everything's disconnected. The only thing I have to do now is see if I can lift it off. There's the belt. There's the motor. Alrighty. Kind of see how it works. This cable on this lever pulls on that lever, which that idler put tension on the belt, and then it was able to drive. So the question will be, can I adapt a hydraulic motor to fit on the top of it that will have a pulley on it to either keep the same speed or slow it down. Here's the underside. That looks like a blade carrier with a big old bolt on it, which I imagine is this. You latch the nut to that big old bolt, drive this big pulley. So That's where I'm gonna have to do the investigation. I have to build something. But this is all pretty sturdy, so I can definitely build something on top of that. And then for the brush cutter to mount on the front of the tractor, I'm gonna on something so it'll lean up sideways and lay down flat. Have to come up with something to mount on the side of this. The sides are reasonably strong. I could probably beef them up if I needed to. So we'll keep working on it. Back working on the front loader brush hog again today. I got all the stuff stripped off of it that I'm probably not going to use, so it's looking pretty good. Looks to me like it was a belt drive off that 12-14 horsepower motor. So I found a hydraulic motor from Surplus Center that will get me in a really good location. I think that should make, on my tractor, should make about 10 to 15 horsepower. And I think I'm going to keep the idler pulley that can use to engage it. That's why I have a little, that way I have a little more leeway on the belt distance. Plus, if the belt's too tight, it might not slip when it hits something. And I think that was the way this one is designed to work instead of having a shear pin. So, getting back to it, it's pretty good shape. It looks like it's mostly made out of like 1/8" steel that's formed, like these formed channels and stuff. So I'll have to beef up some of that stuff, but it's moving along.